So the best thing for the Lakers and LeBron James to do is to just, say, hey, thank you for what we've done for each other, but it's time to move on. Now, Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves is in the third year of a 4-year, $53.8 million contract. He holds a $14.9 million player option for the 2026-27 season, but is expected to decline it and enter unrestricted free agency, where he could command a new deal up to $40 million annually and potentially a 5-year, $241 million Supermax contract with the Lakers. Now, look, one of the biggest things for general manager Rob Pelinka and the entire Lakers brass to do this offseason is determining whether they want to offer Austin Reaves a Supermax contract. Because in general, we got to look at it for what it is. Is Austin Reaves worth the Supermax contract of $200 million plus? And I mean, you look at what he's done this postseason. You look at what he's done the last postseason that he's been in, and if you look at those seasons, those postseasons combined, those playoffs, the answer would be no. Now, Austin Reaves was having an amazing year prior to getting hurt on Christmas Day this past year. I mean, he was having an incredible season. I think he was averaging close to 30 points a game. He was close to being an all-star at that time. But I believe it was on Christmas Day where he went out. I believe it was with a hamstring injury, and we didn't see him for about a month or two after that. And so him coming back, he was a little slow to start off the gate, but then he kind of just bounced back a bit, and he was good. He was good, but not at the way he was playing at the beginning of the season. And that was right around the time where the Lakers were building off of what the big three was, in terms of the big three of LeBron, Austin, and Luka. LeBron being the third banana in that, and Luka Doncic being the guy. So that left Austin being the second banana in that time period. The Lakers started off very slow in the month of January and February, but in that month of March, it really started to come together for everyone. I remember they went 15-2 in the month of March. That was incredible, and everyone was seemingly playing so well together. And then that fateful night in Oklahoma City, where Luka Doncic went out with his hamstring injury, and then Austin Reaves went out with his oblique injury. That was such a horrible, horrible night. That's where the season went off the rails. But Austin Reaves, he had a decent season, okay? And so if you're valuing it off of what he can do during the regular season, then yeah, I mean, is he close to what a Supermax contract could be? Yes, no, maybe. I mean, that's really tough to decide, because again, you're talking about a second banana here at best. At worst, he's with a third, fourth guy on a championship level team. Because look, if you put Austin Reaves on the Oklahoma City Thunder, where is he? I don't know. It means he's the third best player on that team, second best player on the team. That's really hard to say. You put Austin Reaves on the Spurs, where is he? Second best player, third best player. If you put him on the Celtics, where is he? Third best player. It's hard for me to give the Supermax contract when a guy is the second or third banana on the team, right? If you're giving a guy a Supermax contract, then he has to be the clear number one ace on your team, like Luka is for the Lakers. That's not Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves is a very, very good player. I mean, the guy, look, he was undrafted, came from nothing, really. The Lakers discovered him, and he's a homegrown talent. And I would hate for Austin Reaves to be donning another jersey. I would absolutely hate it, because I love to see homegrown talent. But does he deserve the Supermax? That's the question here I'm proposing. Does he truly deserve that Supermax of $200 million plus? And honestly, based off of these postseason performances, I can't see it. I really can't. He's a good player, but does he deserve that Supermax off of these postseason performances? I don't know. You can argue no, and that's the way I'm feeling right now. But the Lakers have a very, very tough decision in terms of how they're going to offer Austin Reaves this contract, because they're going to want to keep Austin Reaves in the fold. Him and Luka are very good friends. Luka's already gone on, been in public to say that he wants Austin with the Lakers, to remain with the Lakers, and and if that's what Luka Doncic wants, then the Lakers are going to oblige by Luka, and look at keeping Austin in the fold. He's a homegrown talent. That'd be wonderful. But in terms of the money that you give him, that's going to be a real issue for Rob Pelinka and the rest of the Lakers brass to figure out what we can do. Everything comes down to the money here. Bringing back LeBron James. If he is going to come back to the Lakers, it determines on the money that you give him. Austin Reaves, it determines on the money that you're going to give him, right? You don't want to put yourself in a scenario where you're overpaying for these players, and it's going to cost us in the end. Again, also too, the Lakers are a good team, right? But you need to bring in guys that are going to give you depth, and you can only do that if you have the money to spend on these guys in free agency, and try to maneuver trades as much as possible. The CBA makes it very difficult for teams to maneuver trades and free agent acquisitions, and so you need the cap space available to make these things happen now. It's imperative, and so it's going to be really important. This is a huge offseason for the Lakers, and it starts now. It really does.